say, hi neighbor, throw all your worries away. We're here to entertain you in the barbershop style. So throw your cares and troubles aside for a while. We're singing hi neighbor, now's the time to say hi. Now's the time to say hi.
Thank you very much. We are the, excuse me 1 second while I fix this up. We're the Magic Valley Men of Chord. We're pleased to sing for you. This is our 2020 season. We have a bunch of nice barbershop songs, and hopefully you'll enjoy them very much. Our next song that we're going to do is written by gospel songwriter and performer Dottie Rambo. It's a fast-moving song, so listen carefully to the words. When I lift up my head, he lifts up my heart, and my troubles just all roll away.
Well, when I'm down, when I'm down, when my heart is filled with fear, when I lift up my head and he lifts up my heart, and my troubles just all roll away, 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 roll away. When I lift up my head and he lifts up my heart, and my troubles just all roll away. Well, I can see the sun with my head to the ground, but tears in my vision and weigh my heart down. But I found a secret when I kneel to pray, when I lift up my head, then he lifts up my heart, and my troubles just all roll away. Roll away, 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 roll away. When I lift up my head, he lifts up my heart, and my troubles just all roll away. Roll away, 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 roll away. When I lift up my head, he lifts up my heart, and my troubles just all roll away, roll away. My troubles just all roll away.
Our next song follows the same theme as the last one. Times may be tough, with storms and darkness all around. But if you hold your head high and walk on through the storm, you'll never walk alone. When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high, and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm is a golden sky, and the sweet silver song of the Lord. Walk on through the wind, walk the 1940s, Southern gospel music became popular. It featured four-part harmony. Some of the most familiar quartets included Blackwood Brothers, Stageman Quartet, Oak Ridge Boys, and the Statler Brothers. Southern gospel is still popular today, with the best-known group probably being the Gaither Vocal Band. Our next song, Turn Your Radio On, is from the early years of Southern gospel.
Well, come and listen in to a radio station where the mighty hosts of heaven sing. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. If you want to feel those good vibrations coming from the joy that is love can bring, get in touch with God. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. And listen to the music in the air. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio and glory share. Turn the lights down low. And listen to the Master's radio. Get in touch with God. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. Don't you know that everybody is a radio receiver? All you gotta do is listen for the call. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. If you listen in, you'll be a believer, leaning on the truths that will let you fall. Get in touch with God. Get in touch with God. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. And listen to the music in the air. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio and glory share. Turn the lights down low. And listen to the Master's radio. Get in touch with God. Turn your radio on. And get in touch with God.
Thank you very much. Well, before I started singing, I actually worked as a barkeeper. Now, I know it seems difficult, believe that, but we actually, it was many years ago, we actually had a pirate come into the bar room, and he ordered a drink. This pirate had a peg light, hook in his hand, and he had a patch over his eye. So after a few drinks, I couldn't help but ask, like, what happened to your leg? He says, I was out swimming and a shark came by, took the leg right off. So he had a couple of more drinks, and I said, well, what happened to your hand? He says, how come you have a hook? He says, well, I was in a fight. He says, with a sword, chopped my hand right off, so I put a hook on it. He says, okay, so I was going to kind of leave things alone. So finally I couldn't stop, and I said, well, what happened to your eye? He says, first day with the hook. They don't pay me much for this job, so. Our next song, back to work, guys. Our next song, Deep in the Heart of Texas. It's an audience participation song, so everybody get ready. All you have to do is to be able to count to 4. Because during this song, there are times you will need to insert 4 claps. Watch our good director, Bob Lunko, and he will show you how it's done.
Well, can you do that? Yeah. All together.
There is a land, a western land, it's our winter Texan home. The stars at night are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas. The prairie sky is wide and high, deep in the heart of Texas. You know the sage in bloom is like perfume, deep in the heart of Texas. Reminds me of the one I love, deep in the heart of Texas. You can hear the coyotes wail along the trail, deep in the heart of Texas, Texas. The rabbits rush around the brush, deep in the heart of Texas. Everywhere the cowboys ride, ki-yippee-yi, deep in the heart of Texas, Texas. The doggies ball and ball and ball, deep in the heart of Texas, Texas. Deep in the heart of Texas, my Texas.
Okay, in amongst this chorus, we have several gentlemen that have learned a separate song on their own time, and they're gonna stand up front and sing it. It's a VLQ, and it's, I don't know why, it's a song.
What's the VLQ?
Very large quartet. All right. I guess I have to clear everything with this guy, huh?
Also known as the Keystone Cops.
My mind is kinda hazy, I must be going crazy. Baby, what can I do? I don't know why I love you like I do. I don't know why, I just do, I just do. I don't know why you thrill me like you do. I don't know why, you just do. You never seem to want my romancing. The only time you hold me is when we're dancing. I don't know why I love you like I do. I don't know why, I just do. It's true. I don't know why I love you like I do. Oh, I don't know why, I just do. I don't know why you thrill me like you do. I don't know why, you just do. You never seem to want my romancing. The only time you hold me is when we're dancing. I don't know why I love you like I do. I don't know why, I just do. I don't know why I love you the way I do. I just do.
Thank you very much. These guys get together, extra rehearsals, all kinds of neat stuff. They've learned several songs. So you have to come to more of our shows to hear the other songs. How's that? Okay. Let's see. In 1951, this song was written and recorded by Hank Williams. His version, whoopsie. Take two there. guess we'll talk later about it. Okay. By a show of hands, how many of you have written a letter in the last 3 months and actually have mailed it? That's not too bad. Okay, then by a show of hands, how many of you in the last 3 days have either emailed, tweeted, Facebook, or anything you can think of electronically? All right, well, there's something wrong here. So, it says here, once upon a time, we relied on the postman to bring us news from our loved ones. When none arrived, we sometimes suffered. So here's the songwriter's solution to no mail. I'm going to sit right down and write myself a letter. With apologies to a 1930s songwriter who brought the song into the 21st century. Listen closely so you don't miss any updates. Excuse me.
The mailman passes by, and I just wonder why he never stops to ring my front door bell. Rings my front door bell. There's not a single line from that old love of mine. No, not a word since I last heard farewell. That's the reason that I'm going to sit right down and send myself an email and make believe it came from you. I'm going to write words oh so sweet. They're going to knock me off my feet. A lot of kisses on the bottom. I'll be glad I got them. Whoa, I'm going to smile and say I hope you're feeling better, much better, and close with love the way you do. Yes, you do. I'm going to sit right down and tweet myself on Twitter, and make believe it came from you, my dear. Since you stopped texting me, I'm worried as can be. Gotta find a way to feel okay again. So here's my plan. I'm gonna smile and say I hope you're feeling better, much better, and close with love the way you do. Yes, you do. I'm gonna sit right down and like myself on Facebook, oh yeah, and make believe it came from, just won't be the same. I'm gonna make believe it came from you. Wonderful you.
Okay, our next song, let's see. How many of you have been married for a long time? I think that's a silly question.
You better ask that one again.
How many of you have been married for a long, long time? Okay. Can you remember when you first met that special someone? I think common sense and logic went out the window. And all you could think about was that one special person. Do we have a song about that? Yes, sir, that's my baby.
Who's that coming down the street? Who's that looking so petite? Who's that coming down to meet me here? Who's that, you know who I mean? Sweetest who you've ever seen. I could tell her miles away from here. Yes, sir, that's my baby. No, sir, don't be maybe. Yes, sir, that's my baby now. Sweet cookie, yes, ma'am. We've decided, no, ma'am. We won't hide it, yes, ma'am. You're invited.
it now.
Yes, right now.
By the way,
By the way, by the way, when we reach the preacher, I'll say, with feeling, yes, sir, that's my baby. No, sir, don't mean maybe. Yes, sir, that's my baby.
now,
Right now.
by the way,
By the way, by the way, by the way, when we reach the preacher, I'll say, here's that wedding ring.
yeah,
Yes, sir, that's my baby. No, sir, don't mean maybe.
yeah,
Yes, sir, that's my baby now.
yes, sir,
Yes, sir.
yes, sir,
Yes, sir, don't mean maybe. That's my baby. That's my baby now.
Thank you very much. Actually, before I did this job, before I used to sing in the chorus, I used to be a dancer. I did. I used to do the hokey pokey. I turned myself around.
You did tap dance?
They'll probably have me doing that here eventually. Okay, my turn now. Singer-songwriter Ray Stevens wrote some crazy songs. One of them was A Street. For many years, I've been looking for Ethel, who was actually the star of the song. Ethel, actually, is Ethel here? So your name's Ethel, sir. Anyways, when Ethel was on stage, all she had was a smile and nothing else. She was in the spirit. We hope you enjoy the next song as much as we enjoy performing it. Here's another Ray Stevens song, Freddie Feelgood and his funky little four-piece band.
Well, we got a tight little unit, you know they're the most famous all over from coast to coast. We're really laying down the sound as much as you can stand. They got 3 outfits, a red, yellow, and blue, Volkswagen station wagon, luggage carrier too. Got the name painted on the side, you know it looks so grand. I'm talking about Freddie Feelgood and his funky little four-piece band. Oh, yeah. They got a drummer named Yum Yum, he can really blow some, blows real cool, makes all the girls drool. Ding-a-boom, a-ding-a-boom, boom, a-ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding, boom, boom. They got a cat named Ace, he blows the bass, a boom, 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 boom. They got a fella named Tyrone, he plays the trombone, wah, wah, wah. And the trumpet man, he's the leader of the band, here's Freddie Feelgood himself. La da 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 da, whoa, la da 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 da.
Work out now.
Ding-a-dong, a ding-a-ding-boom, boom, a ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-boom, boom. Well, they're packing them in every place they go. Everybody starts a rocking on the dance hall floor, stomping their feet to the rhythm and clapping their hands. You can bet everybody's gonna have a good time, 'cause the music they play, you know it sounds so fine. It's the kind with the down-home beat that you can understand. I'm talking about Freddie Feelgood and his funky little stand. Work out now. Tick tock, a boom, a diggity boom boom, a diggity 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 boom boom. Ain't you glad you heard the story of Freddie Feelgood, the trumpet man and his funky little four-piece We will be right back after we go to the
When I get older, losing my hair many years from now, will you still be sending me a Valentine, birthday greetings, bottle of wine? If I've been out till 2:45, would you lock the door? Will you still meet me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64? Dum 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 dum. You'll be older too. Oh, and if you say the word, baby, I could stay with you. I could be handy mending a fuse when your lights have gone. You can knit a sweater by the fireside. Sunday morning, go for a ride. Doing the gardens, digging the weeds. Who could ask for more? Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64? Every summer we can rent a cottage in the Isle of Wight. If it's not too hot to here, we shall scrimp and save. Ah, grandchildren on your knee, little Vera, Chuck, and Dave. Send me a postcard, drop me a line, stating point of view. Indicate precisely what you mean to say. You're sincerely wasting away. Give me your answer, fill in a form, mine forevermore. Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64? 64.
Goodbye, my Coney Island baby. Farewell, my own true love,
My honey,
I'm gonna go away and leave you, never to see you any
never gonna see you any.
I'm gonna sail upon that ferry boat, never to return again.
So goodbye, farewell, so long forever.
Bum bum.
Goodbye, my Coney Island. Goodbye, my Coney Island. Goodbye, my Coney Island.
We all fall for some girl
that dresses neat.
Some girl
that's got big feet.
We
We meet her on the street, then we'll join the
army
of married fools
to the altar. Drop that gun, I'll marry your daughter
when it's over.
Oh boy,
we get it good.
bachelor days we then recall.
A rich man, poor man, beggar man, thief, doctor, lawyer, merchant, chief. We all are bound for goodbye, my Coney Island baby. Farewell, my own true love,
my honey.
I'm gonna go away and leave you, never to see you any.
Never gonna see you any.
I'm gonna sail upon that ferry boat, never to return again.
So goodbye, farewell, arrivederci.
Bum bum.
Goodbye, my Coney Island.
Goodbye,
my Coney Island. Goodbye, my Coney Island.
Bye, my Coney Island. I think a lot of you are going to know this next song. It's a doo-wop song. And yeah, you probably all went through it one time or another, but it's when you were teenagers. It's called Breaking Up Is Hard to Do. Down, doobie-doo, down, down. Come a down, doobie-doo, down, down.
Come a down, doobie-doo, down, down. Breaking up is hard to do. Don't take
Come a down, doobie-doo, down, down. Come a down, doobie-doo, down, down. Come a down. If you go, then I'll be blue. 'Cause breaking up is hard to do.
remember.
Come a down, doobie-doo, down, down. Come a down,
And you kissed me all through the night.
Come a down
After all that we've been through, 'cause breaking up is hard to do. They say that breaking up is hard to do.
Well, I know, now I know
that it's true.
Don't say that this is the end.
Instead of breaking up, I wish that we were making up again. I beg of
down,
you,
doobie-doo, down, down.
say goodbye.
Come a down,
Won't you give love another try?
Come a down,
Come on, baby, let's start anew. 'Cause breaking up is just so hard to do. Breaking up is hard to do,
doobie-doo down.
breaking up is hard to do down. Breaking up is hard to do down, down. I love coffee, I love tea, I love the Java Jive and it loves me. Coffee and tea and the Java and me. A cup, a cup, a cup, a cup, a cup, boy. I love Java, sweet and hot. Mrs. Olson, I'm a coffee pot. Shoot me the pot and I'll pour me a shot. A cup, a cup, a cup, a cup of dew. Slip me a slug from that wonderful mug, and I'll cut a rug till I'm snug in a jug. A slice of onion and a raw one. Draw one. Waiter, waiter, percolator. I love coffee, I love tea, I love the Java Jive and it loves me. Coffee and tea and the Java and me. A cup, a cup, a cup, a cup of
Boston beans,
soybeans.
I said a little bitty green bean,
Cabbage and greens.
You know that I'm not keen
What
to
do you want?
unless
Unless
it's a coffee,
it is a coffee bean.
likes it hot.
Mrs. Olson, I'm a coffee pot. Shoot me the pot and I'll pour me a shot. A cup of Java.
Slip me a slug from that wonderful mug, and I'll cover up till I'm stuck in a jug. Drop your nickel in the pot, Joe.
Taking it slow, waiter, waiter, percolator. I love coffee, I love tea, I love the Java Jive and it loves me. Coffee and tea and the Java and me. A cup, a cup, a cup, a cup, boy!
Thank you. How many of you winter Texans come up from the North Country before you come down here? All of you? From the North Country. You all live up there in the summertime, don't you? Well, I live in that state of Iowa. You ever heard of that? And there ain't too many islands left up there. We all come down here. And especially those of us that have farmed. If any of you farmed out there when you were in Iowa, well, hey, got a buddy out there. You got your farmer hat on too. Glad to see that. I'd wear mine, but it won't stay on my head no more. Don't know why. But we're going to do a farm song for you, just to show you how strong us Iowans are.
Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had a dog, E-I-E-I-O.
I had a dog on the farm too. I had a dog on that farm. It was a pit bull. Yeah, I crossed that pit bull with Lassie.
Yeah.
Now I got a dog that'll bite your leg off and run for help.
Bow here, bow there, here, bow there, bow here, bow wow. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had a chicken, E-I-E-I-O.
I had a chicken on that farm. I had a chicken on that farm too. Yeah, I had a chicken on that farm. I crossed that chicken with a silkworm.
Really?
Now I got a chicken that lays plastic eggs with pantyhose inside.
Chick, chick there, chick, chick there, here, chick there, where, chick, chick. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on this farm he had an eagle, E-I-E-I-O.
No, you didn't have an eagle. I did. I had an eagle too. It was a huge eagle.
Big one.
It was a big one, yeah. In the morning when he got up and he flew into the sunrise,
Yeah.
he had a 6-foot wingspan.
Wow, that's great.
6-foot wingspan, yeah. But in the evening when he flew into the sunset, he only had a 3-foot wingspan.
Why would that be?
Well, because he had to fly like this.
With a flip here, flip there, here, flip there, flip there, flip. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had a rabbit, E-I-E-I-O.
I had a rabbit on the farm. I did. One day that rabbit ran out across the road, pickup truck came along, smashed that sucker flat. Flat in a pancake.
Terrible kid, huh?
Yeah. But you know what, the neighbor lady, she come running out and she had a little bottle in her hand.
Yeah.
She poured some of that liquid on that rabbit.
Yeah.
He jumped right up, started running down the road. And he stopped and he'd wave at us. And he'd run down the road some more, stop, wave at us.
Wait. I'd like to know what was in that little bottle. Make that rabbit come to life.
It was hair restorer. With a permanent wave.
Hop, hop here, hop, hop there, here, hop
McDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Old McDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had a cow, E-I-E-I-O. I had a cow too. I had a cow on the farm. Naturally, I had a cow on the farm. You know, one day I was out there milking that cow, and a fly came along, flew right in that cow's ear,
Really?
came out in the milk bucket.
Oh, that can't be.
Just goes to show you, in one ear and out the other. Hey, Bob,
Yeah.
why does the cow always wear a bell around her neck?
Beats me.
Because her horns don't work.
Oh!
Move here, move there, here, move there, move everywhere, move, move, old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O.
Here we are on a lonely island, thinking of the girls we left behind. We got sunlight on the sand, we got moonlight on the sea, we got mangoes and bananas you can pick right off the tree. We got volleyball and ping pong and a lot of dandy games. What ain't we got? We ain't got days.
We get messages from home, we get movies, we get shows.
We get speeches from our skipper and advice from Tokyo Rose.
We get letters doused with perfume, we get dizzy from the smell.
What don't you get? You know darn well.
We got nothing to put on a clean white suit for. We got nothing to look masculine and cute for.
There is nothing like a day, nothing in the world. There is nothing you can name that is anything like a.
We get lonely and we long for the fair and gentle sex. We would love to feel the feeling of some arms around our necks.
We get hungry as the wolf felt when he met Red Riding Hood.
What don't we feel? We don't feel good.
Lots of things in life are beautiful, but brother,
There is one thing that is nothing whatsoever in any way, shape, or form like any other.
There is nothing like a day, nothing in the world. There is nothing you can name that is anything like a.
There is absolutely nothing like a day. There are no
Looks like a day, no siree,
and nothing looks like a day.
while we. There are no drinks like a day, not the same, and nothing thinks like a day. What a break, and nothing acts like a day, or attracts like a day. There ain't a thing that's wrong with any man here that can't be cured by putting him near a girly, womanly, female, feminine
Thank you very much. In 1951, a song was written and recorded by Hank Williams. His version was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame in 2001. The song we're about to do for you, Hey Good Lookin', is by Hank Williams.
Hey, good looking, what you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me? Hey, sweet baby, don't you think maybe we could find us a brand new recipe? I got a hot rod Ford and a $2 bill. I know a spot right over the hill. There's soda pop and the dancing is free. So if you want to have fun, come along with me. I said, hey, good looking, what you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me? Cooking with me. I'm free and ready, so we can go steady. How's about saving all your time for me? No more looking, I've been tooken. How's about keeping steady company? I'm gonna throw my dang book over the fence and find me one for 5 or 10 cents. I'll keep it till it's covered with age, 'cause I'm writing your name on every page. I said, hey, good looking. I said, what you got cooking? How's about cooking something up? How's about cooking something up? I said, how's about cooking something up with me?
Thank you. Now we have a couple of songs. Well, actually, everybody wants to be a Casanova. Our next song is all about being happy and carefree and in love. I'm sure we all agree that everybody loves a lover.
Everybody loves a lover. I'm a lover too. Everybody loves me. Anyhow, that's how I feel. Wow, I feel just like a Casanova. I should worry, not for nothing. Everybody loves me, yes they do. And I love everybody. Since I fell in love with who's the most popular personality, I can't help thinking it's no one else but me. Gee, I feel just about 10 feet tall, having a ball. 1, 2, 3, 4. I should worry, not for nothing. Everybody loves me, yes they do. And I love everybody since I fell in love with you. Since I fell in love with who's the most popular personality. I can't help thinking it's no one else but me. Gee, I feel just about 10 feet tall, having a ball, just like a Casanova. I should worry, not for nothing. Everybody loves me, yes they do. And I love everybody since I fell in love with, so in love with, since I fell in love with, so in love with you.
we have a couple of songs that are from the 50s. In 1940, doo-wop became a popular new style of music. The song we're about to perform for you, In the Still of the Night, was made famous by the Five Satins in 1956. Dum 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 doo, ba dum doo, ba dum doo, ba dum doo. Won't still of the night, I held you tight, for I love you so. Promise I'll never let you go. In the still of the night, in the still of the night, I remember that I beheld the stars right up above. I hope and I pray to keep your precious love so before the night. Hold me again with all of your might in the still of the night. In the still of the night. Shoo-wah, 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 oh, shoo-wah, 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 so before the night, hold me again with all of your might in the still of the night. In the still of the night. In the still of the Thank you. That's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun with those songs. Keeping with the 50 songs, our next song is another 1950s, made popular by the Platters. It was widely popular with the teenagers of that era, who thought they were the ones who had discovered teenage love. So here's another nostalgic love song, Only You and You Alone. Make the dark Okay. I have a question for you ladies out there. There was a survey done. Now, you may or may not like this, but it stated that single women, on the average, were about 10 pounds lighter than married women. Now, it was based on when a single woman comes home from work, she goes to the refrigerator, doesn't like what she sees, and she goes to bed. When a married woman comes home, she goes to bed, doesn't like what she sees, and she goes to the refrigerator. Okay, here's another song that I think you guys will like. So this was written by Carl Perkins. It was recorded by Johnny Cash in 1968. It was accompanied by the Statler Brothers and June Carter Cash. It went on to become a 4-part harmony favorite. It actually was #1 for 6 weeks on the country charts. The name of the song is Daddy Sang Bass.
I remember when I was a lad, times were hard and things were bad, but there's silver lining behind every cloud. Just poor people, that's all we were, trying to make a living out of black land dirt. We'd get together in a family circle, singing loud. Daddy sang bass, Mama sang tenor, me and little brother would join right in there. Singing seems to help our troubled soul. One of these days, and it won't be long, I'll rejoin them in a song. I'm gonna join that family circle at the throne. No, the circle won't be broken. By and by, Lord, by and by. Daddy sang bass, Mama sang tenor, me and little brother would join right in there. In the sky, Lord, in the sky. Remember after work, Papa would call in all of us. You could hear us singing for a country mile. Well, it's right now we join him in a song. We're together again, much younger in a little while. Daddy sang bass, Mama sang tenor, me and little brother would join right in there. Singing seems to help a troubled soul. One of these days, and it won't be long, I'll rejoin them in a song. I'm gonna join that family circle at the throne. No, the circle won't be broken. By and by, Lord, by and by. Daddy sang bass, Mama sang tenor, me and little brother would join right in there. In the sky, Lord, in the sky. In the sky, Lord, in the sky, in the sweet by and by.
Thank you very much. You know, my grandson come home last week, right? He says, Grandpa, he said, had a great day at school. I said, what'd you do? He said, I learned how to write. I said, well, that's awesome. I said, what did you write? He said, well, I don't know. I haven't learned how to read yet. Like my... All right. The letter said, I'm feeling blue today. I said those words. Problem solved. Hum a tune, tap your feet and smile. Just sit back and relax while we sing Bye Bye Blues.
We're saying bye bye, bye bye, bye bye to all your blues. We're singing bye bye blues, bye
joke. But, by a show of hands, how many of you have played in a marching band? Have any of you played in a marching band? Oh, that's great. From the Broadway musical Music Man comes the classic description of the world's best marching band. Here's the Barbershop tribute to the band's 76 trombones.
"76 trombones led the big parade, with 110 cornets close at hand. They were followed by rows and rows of the finest virtuosos, the cream of every famous band. 76 trombones met the morning sun, with 110 cornets right behind. There were more than 1,000 reeds streaming up like weeds. There were horns of every shape and kind. There were copper and timpani and horse platoons, thundering, thundering all along the way. Double-belled euphoniums and big bassoons, each bassoon having its big fat say. There were 50 mounted cannon in the battery, thundering, thundering louder than before. Clarinets of every size and trumpeters who improvise a full octave higher than the score. 76 trombones led the big parade, when the order to march rang out loud and clear. Starting over the big bang bong on the Chinese gong, by a big bang bonger at the rear. 76 trombones hit the counterpoint, while 110 cornets flayed the air. And I modestly took my place as the one and only bass, and I oompa up and down the square. "76 trombones hit the counterpoint, while 110 cornets flayed the air. Then I modestly took my place as the one and only bass, and I oompa, 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 oompa up and down the square. I took my place as the one and only bass, and I marched all around the square."
Thank you. It took me about 3 weeks to learn that note. Okay, our last song of the evening will be "God Bless the USA, Proud to be an American." The freedoms we enjoy and often take for granted were purchased and protected by many of our citizens. Choosing to stand and fight against enemies who would try to take those freedoms from us. The brave citizens often paid high prices, both physically and emotionally. In recent years, there has been a resurgence of honoring these brave persons for their diligence and sacrifices. Men of Chord and women also wish to recognize those who are or were a part of the USA or Canada's military by asking you to stand where you are. If you've been in the service. Also, the men on the risers, if you would raise your hand, they've been in the service. Thank you, sir. Okay, so the song we're about to do for you is "God Bless the USA." If
If tomorrow all the things were on I've worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife, I'd thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the ones who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say, I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the ones who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the ones who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land, love this land. God bless the USA.
Thank you very much. You've been a wonderful audience.
Yes, thank you.
Have a great trip home.